Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, dear friends. Thanks for feedback. In response, what I can say is that we have to evolve consensus regarding constitution and regarding clauses of fundamental human rights in it. In this beautiful federation of Pakistan and neighboring federation of India as well, citizens in general and politicians in particular must agree to give right of life, freedom of speech, and assembly to each other. These rights are guaranteed by the Constitution, and politicians must know that whenever they come into power, no matter whatever their ideology is, but property rights are being guaranteed to the people of Pakistan. So nobody can abridge those rights. And there is a list of fundamental human rights in our constitution. And media people, politicians, academicians, social workers, they can help in evolution of consensus regarding these fundamental rights in these both beautiful federations of India and Pakistan, which are neighbors as well and are having very tense relations from the past 70 years. So, uh, I again insist freedom of expression, freedom of assembly is guaranteed in constitution. And that is part of democracy. That right shall not be abridged. And there shall be consensus among all the political parties and citizens as well that everyone is having that right to express himself freely. Everyone is having the right of life, and that shall be respected. It shall be given to everyone, no matter whatever their ideology is. Recently, in India, when Communist Party was defeated, ruling party workers had burned the homes of communists. Well, that is their ideology, you see. We have defeated them through ballot, and that's it. But they are the citizens of India and they do have fundamental rights as well. Though in communist countries there is no concept of fundamental human rights the way we see here in mother of all federations known as United States of America, or in Great Britain, or in developed European democracies. Uh, One party rule is all of Pakistan provides for it. So quality education at mass scale plus are utilized to spread quality information regarding democracy and that lethal ideologies like socialism, communism, uh, lethal ideologies like communism, socialism, and that Nazism, fascism, Those ideologies do provide for one party dictatorial rule or one man dictatorial rule. And people have a right to have these ideologies as part of their belief system or whatever it is. But constitutional obligations for every citizen of Pakistan and India are well written in the constitution, and all other federations, like mother of all federations, USA. Constitution is supreme law of the land, and if any legislation is being done in legislative assemblies and is against the spirit of constitution, can be uh, challenged in Supreme Court of both India and Pakistan. And Supreme Court is having power of judicial review. They can declare that legislation, if that is unconstitutional, that will be declared null and void. And same is the case with executive orders. And if executive orders are not compatible with the spirit of constitution, they can also be declared null and void by judiciary, both in India and Pakistan. So there is little room for chaos or conflict, because once the mechanism is there to resolve disputes, uh, that mechanism is part of judicial review system of checks and balances, which is here. Theory of separation of powers is being incorporated in constitutions of both India and Pakistan. Executive authorities cannot be judges, and judges cannot be executive authorities, and legislators cannot be judges, and legislators cannot be executive authorities as well. Three organs have separate functions. Why it is so? Because if uh, executive head if executive head becomes sole judge and sole legislator, then that is why theory of separation of powers is being incorporated, and nobody in Federation of Pakistan or in India is having uh, legislative, executive, and judicial powers. Uh, these powers are not there in single person or single institution. Separate institutions, they deal with these three aspects, three dimensions of governance. So nothing is impossible, and I think that speedily, once our concepts are clear about federalism, constitution, and once we know our constitutional obligations as journalists, as politicians, as citizens, I think there will be little room for any chaos or conflict, both in India and Pakistan. And both these countries can become good friends too, because once lethal ideologies are being defeated through ballot, then ideologies, unions, all the powers in Europe, they entered. But after that, with the spread of democracy, with the spread of democracy all over Europe and with the defeat of dictatorial ideologies like socialism, communism, fascism, and Nazism in Europe. Now Europeans are in unity and they are living in peace with each other. So once people of India and Pakistan are at peace with each other and are able to understand their own political system and can evolve consensus regarding extension of fundamental human rights to each other, then it will be much easier to create an effective union. Already SARC is there, and there will be lasting peace as it is there in Europe. With the ouster of dictatorial ideologies from Europe, uh, Europeans are living in peace after Second World War. Hitler and his lethal ideology, dictatorial ideology, was defeated, and Mussolini's dictatorial ideology was defeated through ballot and through Second World War was the decisive phase spread of democracy all around. So what we have to focus on is spread of quality education through formal and informal means. Those media outlets, they play a very important role in this. So the moment there is the general consensus regarding fundamental human rights among the people and their leaders, both in India and Pakistan, economic prosperity will follow, and because economic prosperity is related with peace, peace with the subjects, economic progress can be achieved. So I wish all the best to